What's up, YouTube? DeFi Generate here again with another video. And today, I'm here to talk to you about Cardano. So what exactly is Cardano? Well, to be honest, Cardano is my personal favorite blockchain. And it's because I think that I can make the most money off of it. I think that any value investor that's looking at the cryptocurrency space should absolutely take their eyes and put them directly onto Cardano's blockchain. Now, why am I saying this? So Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain that validates transactions by having delegators and stakers to that delegation. It's the best form of staking that I have ever seen in any blockchain. Ethereum, Shiba, any proof-of-stake blockchain that you can think of, Cardano's is way better than its. Because in Ethereum, like I mentioned in my previous video, you need 32 Ether to run your own node and validate transactions. And I said that around then, and it's still around the same price now. That would cost around $55,000. I don't have $55,000 on hand, and if you guys did, you probably wouldn't be watching me right now. So how can we, take part in this proof of stake, consensus without having to give our, Ether to some random, rocket pool or whatever, and just trust that it won't depeg, they're not scamming you. They'll give the money back. I'm just not interested in a rocket pool. But in Cardano, you can put up any amount of money that you want. You can put up $5, $10, $200, $2,000, $200,000, whatever amount of Cardano that you want to stake. And I recommend, if you have ADA, you might as well stake all of it. You generate a certain yield on it. Right now, it's around like 3 to 5%. That's the given range, depending on what stake pool you want to validate, you want to delegate your stake to. Essentially, every 5 days in the blockchain, an epoch is completed, and at the end of every epoch, you are awarded whatever amount of stake you put up. It gets you to that like 3 or 5% like APY per year. So if you put in like 100 ADA, at the end of the year you would have like 104 ADA or something like that. Not a huge yield, which means it's not a scam. If you see anything with an APY of like, honestly, anything more than like 5% scares me. Ponzi scheme type deal type stuff. Cardano is the best blockchain because it actually solves the trilemma that is a problem in every single blockchain. And there are three, parts to a trilemma, as you might have guessed. There's security, decentralization, and scalability. Typically, a blockchain is really good at two of these things, and it kind of foregoes the third one in order to be really good at those two things. Like looking at Bitcoin, it's decentralized. It's probably the most decentralized cryptocurrency. I'm not going to take that away from Bitcoin. It's secure. Its proof of work has been totally working for the last 14 years now. But however, it's not really scalable. There's the gas fees on it are pretty high, and that's why we had to get the Lightning Network on it. The base layer of Bitcoin is just very slow, and as more people get into Bitcoin, it's just going to get slower and slower. It's not very scalable. And the same thing, honestly, is seen in Ethereum. Ether is secure and it is decentralized, sort of, but it's not scalable whatsoever. Like, the gas fees on Ethereum are even worse than they are in Bitcoin, and there's even less people using Ether. However, Ether is, a totally different thing. You could say they're apples and oranges, smart contracts to just money, but either way, both Ether and Bitcoin are not nearly as scalable as Cardano. Cardano's Ouroboros mechanism allows it to scale with the community that it has. So the more people that use ADA, the more transactions per second that can happen. Another thing that Cardano has that I really like about it, that I honestly don't see in a lot of other blockchains, is that it has a supply cap. There will never be more than 45 billion ADA, just like how there will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. This makes it scarce. So even though the price of an ADA will probably never equal the price of a Bitcoin, I think that there's actually more value in Cardano because it has that smart contract functionality. People are not going to be able to use Bitcoin, to pay rent, whereas in Cardano, you could set up some sort of, rent decentralized application where you and the landlord have some sort of smart contract where at the end of every month, we'll take 2,000 ADA. And if the 2,000 ADA are in your account and they're able to be executed in the form of the smart contract, then your keys will work. Something like that. You can't really do that with Bitcoin. You're just going to have to, pay them every month. With that being said, there's a whole lot of reasons why I personally love ADA. It is the easiest blockchain to stake on. You can stake on it with any amount of money. You don't need to put down $50,000 into Ether right now. You don't have to do that. It's scalable. It solves the trilemma, and it's something that people actually can use. I personally like using Cardano. I like using its blockchain. I've used both the Ethereum blockchain and the Cardano blockchain, and they're both pretty good. Ether does have more developers on it, but that's just because it has a higher market cap. As time goes on, more people are going to start developing on the Cardano blockchain, and I'm super excited for that. Cardano has a ton of good projects, and I like IOHK. They're putting out a lot of good stuff. They have their 5 stages of Cardano, and within those 5 stages, they're consistently upgrading the blockchain, and I'm just so here for it. I love this blockchain, and I think that any value investor in this space absolutely should love this blockchain. I think as time goes on, people are going to start to realize that ADA is here to stay. I'm a crypto class of 2021 graduate, meaning that I first started buying in 2021, and I got absolutely smoked by my Cardano purchases. I went totally insane, and I just kept buying more ADA, and it came down like 90%. But I'm still here, and I'm still stacking my ADA amount, and I stake it, and I'm very happy to do that, and I'm going to continue to do it. So with that being said, this is why I love ADA and Cardano. Cardano has been my personal favorite blockchain. It still is. Nothing really seems to be even close to it. I like Bitcoin a lot. I like Ether a lot. I actually hold probably more Bitcoin and Ethereum than I do ADA. But that's just because ADA is, very risky right now. I could see it really crashing. So I've been putting my money into more safer things. But as I've been researching ADA, for these videos, it's just made me even more bullish on it. So my next, crypto DCA purchase, I'm thinking about just throwing it into ADA. That's how much I love the coin. With all that being said, as always, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.